But we begin tonight with new in-depth reporting and a new warning from the FDA on a popular drug, Ozempic.
Yeah, Wendy, this is a real concern and a growing one. Health authorities now growing increasingly worried about fake Ozempic after a counterfeit injector pen was discovered on the shelf of a U.S. pharmacy. This week, I took a deeper look at the fast rise of Ozempic in America. It's the weight loss drug with miracle results, but the potential for knockoff versions could have deadly consequences. By now, you've probably at least heard of the drug Ozempic. Its popularity in American culture on a fast rise, from commercials to articles to social media. In short, it's a drug used to treat diabetes. But along the way, doctors discovered it also has the side benefit of helping patients lose weight by curbing their cravings, essentially rewiring the brain. But now, with the drug in such high demand, there are supply shortages around the world, and health officials are now warning of dangerous fake Ozempic pens flooding the American market. This after several people in Austria were hospitalized from injecting themselves with a counterfeit version of the drug, and a fake version also found on the shelves of an American pharmacy. That fake version containing insulin.
Insulin in somebody who does not have elevated blood sugar and who is not a diabetic is literally life-threatening. You can kill somebody by giving them insulin, and that's really, really disturbing.
Dr. Jill Wagoner is board certified in family medicine and the author of 8 books on wellness. So we're seeing reports that there's now this underground market, fake Ozempic that has been put out there. How concerning is that?
That is very concerning. That is really scary.
Dr. Wagoner points to a misguided view that obesity is a personality flaw and not a serious medical condition, a view that is often magnified in a results-driven society that is often short on patience and looking for a quick fix.
That's why people will go to some med spa and let somebody inject them with something because they don't see it as a medical condition. So that's the real problem.
How do people protect themselves then when it comes to buying the right product and not A, getting scammed, but then more importantly, not buying something that as you said, could be life-threatening?
You should never, ever get anything that is prescription unless you get it from a healthcare provider.
It was actually presented to me by one of my doctors before, but I like to let things kind of play themselves out.
Rashida Lee is a nurse in Tampa. She, like many, have had the conversation about Ozempic and still has questions.
But I'm trying to ride my bike to keep, up with the fitness. So, whatever you can do would, also be awesome instead of going to the drugs first.
Have we perceived yet any negative side of this so far?
Yeah, with every prescription drug comes potential side effects.
Those side effects include everything from nausea and abdominal pain to, in severe cases, the paralysis of the GI tract. But Dr. Wagoner says for people who are struggling with life-threatening obesity, the alternative can be just as dangerous.
We really have to have a conversation where we put it in real terms and look at the benefit as well as the risk.
Is it sustainable for someone to be injecting Ozempic for years and years and years?
Well, diabetics have used it for years. They've used the medications for years. So we do have some background and some data to look at what happens when it's used for years. The difference is with most diabetics, you don't anticipate them coming off. So it was not intended to be short-term treatment. It was intended to be part of the long-term treatment.
That means researchers and doctors still don't have enough data to determine what would happen when someone comes off the drug. But one thing is clear. If you're going to try it, see a doctor first and don't buy it off the internet.
I think that it's a bad idea if you go on some website and somebody says, oh, we have a doctor who will write it for you. Don't worry about it. That is malpractice. That is not good medicine.
And by the way, just to be on the safe side, experts say you really should look for these specific signs to spot a fake Ozempic pen. Pay attention to the label on the counterfeit packaging. That could be bad quality. It may not include the tamper-resistant perforation mark. Also, look for the batch number. That batch number printed on a fake Ozempic box may not correspond to the product strength that is on that same box and the pen. Wendy?
Interesting.